I was born in 1934 in northwest Germany, a town called Duisburg in the Ruhr Valley. I come from a family of 10, and I came to the United States in 1957. I think my father was in his 50s when I was born. My father was a very hard worker, and it was hard to put the food on the table for a large family. As a kid, when you grow up, you don't think about those things. But now I wish I could talk with him, and sometimes I even catch myself talking to him.
I was born in Scranton, and my mother had 4 children, but I was the only one that survived. So it was rather hard on her. Then my dad went into business. He was a breaker boss in the coal mines, and then he went into business for himself. My parents were fantastic. I always tell people my dad never said no to me. My mother was a disciplinarian, and she was very generous. We would help the neighbors if one neighbor was sick, but I think I learned from them the giving part of life, that you are there to help others. That I learned that at a very young age. He's so enthusiastic about everything. And it's just fun that everything we do with a lot of enthusiasm is the best word. And he never criticizes, not critical at all. On the ferry going over to Atlantic City, I locked the keys in the car. No problem, took care of it, got us off the ferry. He puts himself second.
Toni is a very unique person, very unique. Absolutely honest. To the grandchildren, to her own children, to me, I'm sometimes amazed how much she can give. Well, we are married 50 years, but it took the 2 of us. We really do respect each other. It's amazing how you can complement each other.
I am involved with Birthright. We work with women so that they will bring their child to term, and we support them by counseling them, providing maternity clothes, and then providing some help with the baby afterwards. I've been doing that since 1991. It's almost 25 years, and that is very important. I'm also involved with raising money for college students in graduate school. I belong to an organization called Achievement Rewards for College Scientists, and we raise money for graduate scholarships. We have 17 chapters across the United States. And for me, one is at one end and one is at the other, so it keeps a balance in my life. What I'm supposed to do, what God is calling me and us to do. When he came up with that idea, I said, oh, okay, that sounds, but you're going to have to swim a lot of laps. Little did I know he was going to charge $100 a lap. And everybody was going to say, wow, that's kind of steep, isn't it? Well, he said, not for Marywood. That's not steep for Marywood. That's the going rate. Very grateful.
Yeah.
Very grateful.
No, very humbled.
And humbled.
Very humbled, Because I think there are so many people at Marywood that do so much for Marywood. It's always connected with service. And how it's involved with the neighborhood, I mean, how many times do we go up to Marywood and they have this program going on, service here, service there, helping here, helping there. It's amazing. It truly is amazing.
You can support Marywood with prayer, with finances, time, talent, and treasure. And you are now training students that if they didn't have this support, they wouldn't be able to do it. So, and then when they get out and they are in position, they are able then to give back. It's like a domino effect. You give and you give.
I think the future for Marywood is bright, And the one thing that amazes me is, I look in particular at Sister Anne. She traveled all over Africa, the work that she does there. It's again this giving, this service to other people. I'm amazed, and that has blessings. And some of those dividends, some of those blessings, we don't even realize today that they are there. But the future generations will.